Can't even imagine what it'd be like to have a child in a fire. I am a nurse, but mostly a mother, and we have 11 children.
If you had to write a handbook or a how-to manual on how to handle a fire claim, this would have been the one to do it on.
I was there just to assure her that you're well insured, here's what your coverages are, explain the claim process to her, and let her know I'm the person to call when you have questions about this, because we'll be working together quite a bit through the months to come until you're back in your house.
I just have a comfort level with Pekin that I think they'll take care of my customers.
And I even then kept thinking, oh, other people's houses burn, ours doesn't burn. Well, we have a big house that we built in 1985, and it had 9 bedrooms. We were all in bed, and we heard an explosion, not a large explosion, but definitely woke me up. Then a few minutes later, we heard another one, and we started yelling at the girls to get out. And no smoke alarms went off until we opened the basement door, because that's when the smoke was upstairs. And we counted and recounted and recounted to make sure we had everybody out.
Well, the phone rang about, and I don't know exactly the time, but it was sometime between 3:30 and 5 o'clock in the morning, and it was Candy. And she apologized for calling me, but that they'd had a fire, and the fireman said that she should be calling her insurance agent.
I didn't really think it'd be that bad. I didn't, you know, I never did see, well, when my husband went into the basement to get our son, he saw the whole wall on fire, but I didn't see that.
This was a serious claim, and I didn't know that driving over, but as soon as the fireman took me around to the back to show me walking in the walk-in out basement, and I knew that it was a total loss, and that it's just a whole different set of circumstances.
I was just kind of numb through it. I didn't really, I was like I was on the outside looking in, like this isn't really happening, you know. I didn't really take stock of all the damage, or didn't even think about that. The only thing I could think of was everybody's okay, so everything else isn't important.
Well, first of all, the response by the company was very good. The first thing they did was what we always want companies to do, was to reassure them that they would take care of them, gave them money to get started, made sure they understood what to do, kept reinforcing, because nobody understands that first day or the second day or the third day what they have to do. You just keep reinforcing it. Everything that should have been done correctly was done correctly.
When you have a large fire loss, all the focus initially is really on 3 things: the house, the property in the house, and where are we going to live?
We were in pretty quick contact with the adjuster, and he kind of directed what happened next.
Initially, I just contact the insured, find out a little bit more about it, if she could get down to the house that day, see it firsthand, what are we really looking at here as far as a loss. If they weren't able to get anything of the house, if they don't have anywhere to stay, go ahead and advance them some money until we have an opportunity to investigate the loss.
Pekin gave us money right off, and then they gave us some more up front if we needed it to just keep going.
We don't run across many families that have 11 children and 9 bedrooms in a house. And from an adjusting aspect, if you get overwhelmed, you know, that could possibly do it.
You know, it's a big family and you're not sure. Fortunately, there was some people in town that had a home they had just purchased, and once they knew it was available, they could rent it, and Pekin was wonderful about putting the family in the house, and it was a nice home for them while they were away from home.
There was a possibility that we might be able to redo the house because most of it was still standing, but we were going to have to replace part of the foundation, and so they actually gave us a choice, and we decided we would rather start all over again, that we'd be better off in the end. And it took a while, but it was a good thing.
We had one son not staying at the house they were able to rent, and we were able to work out an arrangement with them that we would allow a trailer to be set up on the property so the son could, number one, stay there and keep an eye on the property at the same time, since they were in a rural setting.
I just thought that was awesome that they did that. I don't know of another company that I've ever dealt with would ever offer to do that. but it was a comfort of the family. It was a comfort to me as the agent to know that it was going to be okay, and I appreciated that.
We're there to provide a service. When they pay their premium and take out a policy, it's our job to prove that they made a good choice.
We had reviewed the policy of just a few years before that and raised coverage up, which I was thankful for. That's one of the most difficult things to do, is try to convince people they should have more coverage. Most people don't have enough coverage and don't realize it.
You always hope when you service a claim that they're happy. So to hear that the agent was happy that Pekin did what they did, but more than anything, to hear the policyholder satisfied after a major loss that disturbed their life for that long period of time, they're still happy with their insurance company, that we didn't disappear and say, you're on your own, good luck, here's your money, don't call us anymore, and we want to be there to get them back in the home, get them restored and back to their life as soon as possible.
Pekin was phenomenal. Candy and Bill had questions along the way, but when they called Pekin, they were responded to, they got the information. They found coverage that I didn't even know existed, and I've been doing this for 30 years, and I was amazed at some of the things they paid that I didn't realize would be paid, and it was great.
Yes, I'm happy I had Pekin Insurance. It was good to us.